Well, the Rapid City Rush open up a 6-game homestand, starting with the Iowa Heartlanders tonight at 7:05 Mountain Time at the Monument Ice Arena. Scott Burt, Rush head coach and GM, alongside. Coming off one of your biggest wins of the season, your largest come-from-behind effort, 3-0 down in the third period in Tahoe on Sunday. You win in overtime 5-4. Overall take on that Sunday game?
Well, I thought we got off to a slow start. Obviously, it took us a little bit to get going. I don't think we wanted to wait to the third period. But you know what? The resilience through the guys, they stuck with the process, and they got it done at the end.
How did they stick with it during that third period?
Well, I think they continue to believe. I think we continue to push that pace, with the speed, moving our feet. We finally getting a little success there. And that continued throughout that third period. We got one, we got two, we got three, and then obviously, in overtime, Jenny put it away.
How much can it help just to see that first one go in, and that just causes the ripple effect there for more 2, 3, and 4 to go in?
Yeah, I mean, we had some really good looks, obviously, but it didn't go in, right? Until you get that first one, they got in, and they got the belief going, okay, yeah, well, let's put another one at the net and see what happens, and that's what did, and it kind of just started rolling, and we changed up a few things with our lines, try and get a little spark. Sometimes it gets a little bit stale, but we changed that up, and the guys kind of got a little bit jump, and like I said, it got us going a little bit.
Well, Trevor Janicki scores the overtime winner 6 seconds in, third fastest OT goal in ECHL history, by the way. But also a three-point night for him. He was a factor on the last 3 goals you guys scored in that game. What does having Janicki in the lineup do for your club?
Well, he's been up most of the year, right? So he's had, I don't know how many games he's played up when he's been up there, but he's had a lot of practice time. So when he has his opportunity to come down here, he loves it because he gets to play. He wants to do and be the best that he can be, and he proved that on Sunday. He might have had a tougher game on the Saturday, but you got to think with the travel and stuff that he had to go through, right? You had to pick him up, and he got in really late. So he was just very excited to get back and start playing and kind of get into a rhythm. When you get called up, you sometimes get out of that rhythm. You don't get into many games. You saw that with Chuck the other day as well, too. To get out of the rhythm, they don't get in many games, a lot of practice time, so it kind of gets stale until you actually get into it. You get your reps, you get going, you get the feeling, and that's what he did, and helped us out for sure.
You guys have had a really good success after those tough losses. You've had a blowout loss. It's usually almost always followed up by a good win. What goes into that?
Well, obviously, as coaches, we're not happy with that, and our job is to get the guys motivated. Could easily went in and then folded the tents, right? But I think hockey players have a lot of pride. Our team has a lot of pride. Our leaders have been leading the way all season long with Wags at the helm there. So, there's never a quit attitude. There never has been since I've been here, and guys just pushed. And obviously, we believe we deserved a little bit better maybe on Thursday. Didn't play as well on the maybe Saturday. But we wanted to play well on Sunday, and it took a little bit longer than we wanted, but it worked out.
On the topic of Wagner, it seems like fans are really, coming to see that Wags is a really, really good captain for this team and the perfect guy to lead them. What have you seen these last few weeks and months where the team is going on these runs, whether good or bad, that Wags has kind of righted the ship?
Well, you saw it right away when he first signed here. He wanted to be here. That's a big deal when you have guys that want to be here. He wants to set his roots here. Obviously, buying a house and wanting to make this his home when hockey's done, right? So, there's a leader right there. And he just continues to pull our guys into every fight that we have, right? So he shows up every single game. He wears the crest in his heart, and he wants to be the best that he can be. And he's a great leader that way. He's also a great leader to show the guys the right way to go and how to play. He's been in the American League for 6 years, so he's what we need. He's what we resemble, and we want to continue to go after. And he's setting the bar high.
You've got the Iowa Heartlanders in. You've seen them 8 times over your career, but they're not a divisional opponent. First time meeting them this season. What's the expectation for them?
Well, they've won 35 or 31 games this year. Their road record is above 500, so they're a good hockey team. They're in a playoff spot, and they work their tail off. So, our message to the guys today is make sure we bring our lunch box and our work boots tonight. So, we'll see how tonight's goes. Like I said, those keys to the game are we better establish our start right away and see what happens. But we also know we can come back in games, right? So it's guys being ready. Guys had a good skate yesterday, had a good skate this morning, and we'll see how it goes tonight.
I feel like your team is well prepared, just the way you made the roster for a blue collar, bring your lunch pail to work the type of game.
Yeah, that's a big thing, right? Is we never want to get outworked. Sometimes the games don't go the way we want to, but that's a big mo for us is not getting outworked, and we look to build our team around that. Obviously, we want to add some skill and size as well, but that's a big deal for us is not getting outworked.
All right, Bertie, good luck. Thank you.
All right, thank you.